playing pickleball or supporting your wife and being a father to your kids? Those are some tough choices here. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I am Chelsea. You know that. I know that. I'm just a lady with a bulldog, a camera, and a lot of opinions. And guess what? I have too many opinions about this couple, Paul and Morgan, not lovingly known as Porgan. Paul and Morgan are well-known grifters in the Fundy Snark universe. Paul, who is 35 years old and attempting to become a professional pickleball player. Yes, that's right. You heard me. He's attempting to become a professional pickleball player. He loves to abandon his wife and 2 young children to follow his latest whim, which he thinks will make him famous and successful. And he is a grade A. He has deep conservative fundamentalist views that are full of hate, ignorance, and bigotry. He also thinks he is the smartest person on the planet and that everyone should bow down to him and his horrific takes on everything from politics to family matters. Here's an example of his recent political views.
Is so-and-so working today? A guy I would consider a friend that I talk to when I go in there. We'll call him John. I said, is John working today? And the dude was like, oh no, they don't work here anymore. They started working at a bank, but they come in pretty regularly. And I'm sitting here thinking, no, it's just John. And then I'm like, oh, okay, I see what's happening here. And I'm thinking to myself, when I've talked to John, it's not like he gives off like he's, you know, transitioning, like he's a cross-dresser, none of that. And this dude is calling him they. Are we really doing this? Like, you guys, are we really doing this? Gonna start saying they? Is America gonna embrace this? I'm sorry, and I love John. This guy was super, nice working behind the desk, but like, we sound like doofuses. I'm like, what? No, it's not a group of people that are working at a bank now and come in and visit. It's just John. We're really gonna call them they? Just in normal conversation? Like, what did we go to school for? We think this is the loving thing to do. God said I created them male and female, and here we are calling a man they, giving into this confusion, perpetuating confusion.
Obviously, all of this is my own opinion. All of this is alleged, reportedly, blah, 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 right? In my opinion, Paul does not have more than 10 brain cells, and separation of church and state, he does not know her. A quick little synopsis on Morgan, Paul's wife. Morgan, from what they post on social media, seems to be suffering deeply from being overwhelmed with her life, primarily due to taking care of her 2 young children around the clock while her husband leaves her at home for hours on end so that he can follow his dreams of becoming a pro pickleball player. She has spoken out about being depressed while pregnant, with her 2nd child, and after the birth of both of her children. She has not sought out help and often claims that God will fix everything for her if she just prays enough and submits to him and her husband. While Morgan does evoke some sympathy, she is equally as problematic in her hateful views, which mirror her husband's own views and beliefs. She loves to play the victim, but then clap back, so to speak, at her haters. Bottom line, they are both gross and they love to grift off of their followers. They also love to play the role of the martyr and be the perpetual victim, in my opinion. Hey girl bosses, in today's video, as we typically do, we're talking about a girl boss who isn't acting very ladylike or business ladylike, if you will. And hey, am I an HBIC myself who possibly doesn't really make the best business decisions sometimes? Of course. Am I one of those creators who says that they're going to stick to a consistent posting schedule year after year? And hey, guess what? I still don't. Absolutely. Am I someone who has spent thousands of dollars on wigs for no apparent reason? Hey, that's none of your beeswax. I've made funky business decisions. So have many of the people we covered in my videos, but you know what is a good decision? Not only for creators and business owners, but also for everyday people as well, using Rocket Money. I have the toxic trait of forgetting to cancel subscriptions that I have joined because I was like, oh, I definitely need this for the one video I'm going to use it for. There's a free trial. Why don't I go ahead and use it? And then, hey, guess who forgot to cancel? It's me. I'm the problem. It's definitely me. So Rocket Money has really helped me be able to safely and securely go ahead and cancel those subscriptions that I don't even need. Not only on the business side, but on the personal side as well. Guess what your girl wants to buy myself, my family, myself, for Christmas? A golf cart. Not just any golf cart, a street legal, amazing, beautiful golf cart. Guess what? That's expensive. So I need to get myself together and be able to budget for that. And guess who's helping me do that? Rocket Money. Like I said, I'm using Rocket Money to analyze my spending habits and create custom budgets. So whether you want to cancel unwanted subscriptions, help lowering your bills, set budgets for yourself, Rocket Money can help you do that. Rocket Money has helped its customers save up to $740 a year when they use all of its features. That's over 500 million in canceled subscriptions. To save more and spend less, save up for a golf cart if you want, maybe buy more wigs, who knows? Join the over 5 million members using Rocket Money today. Go to rocketmoney.com/CCSUAREZ and get started for free today, and you can unlock even more features when you use premium. That's rocketmoney.com/CCSuarez to get started for free. Thank you to Rocket Money for sponsoring this video. Thank you to you guys for supporting my sponsors. Now, please keep watching all my videos so that mama can buy a golf cart. Now let's go over their history of grifting. Now, as a YouTuber myself, I do think that I can add some pretty valuable insights to this aspect of how they're making money, or rather potentially how little of money that they are making. They say that YouTube is their full-time income, but with how many monthly views they get, I do not understand how that is possible at all. Now, obviously it depends on a channel's CPM, which is the rate of monies that they get paid per 1,000 views. And obviously AdSense, how we're paid through YouTube, depends also on the views the videos get per month, obviously, how fast the videos get views, the engagement on it, and also the viewer retention as well. So for instance, I might have a video that has 100,000 views on it and it gains that over a month. And then I might have a video that has 80,000 views and it gained that over a week. And typically the video with 80,000 views, because it got those views faster and got more traction, typically that's going to earn more money than the one that it took longer to get those views. It really depends what genre you're in, or niche rather, when it comes to content creation on YouTube and making money. But from what I know, from people that I've talked to, people in this industry, typically with commentary videos, comedy videos, things like that, your CPM, the rate that you're being paid per 1,000 views, is going to be higher than someone who is making lifestyle content or any of like the fundies at all, basically. And now you would think that since these are people who are very much hated on the internet, that they would maybe even be getting more hate views, but I feel like people don't really hate watch on YouTube. It's more so on like TikTok, where you'd be hate watching, I guess, or something like that. But their views are not great on YouTube. Everyone starts somewhere, I get it, but relating that and comparing that to how much they are talked about on other corners of the internet, you would think that they would have a much bigger following, or rather a much more engaging following. So for instance, Paul and Morgan have over 160,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is great. But again, subscribers does not have anything to do with how much money you're making on YouTube. View count, viewer retention, what determines how much money you're going to be making. And they have a series called 24 Hours With. Then they spend 24 hours with a controversial figure, a YouTuber, the Girl Defined ladies, whoever. Realistically, that series did have some potential, but they were like traveling to these people. It seemed like they were, spending a good amount of money into these videos, and maybe they just stopped doing them completely because they haven't done one in a bit. The last one they did was 3 months ago, and they had done like one a month for six months, it looks like. Yeah, 6 months. And let me tell you, if I was traveling for a video and it got even 52,000 views, I would be so upset. That's not paying for your plane ticket. No, it is not. But they have been doing a lot of vlogs, and that is a lot of the content that they make as well. They do live streams, they do Q&As, they do reaction videos. These videos that they've been posting, it looks like they post maybe two videos a month, and they're getting 10,000 views, 7,000. Like typically they're getting less than 15,000 views. And if this is their full-time job, which they say it is, I do not for the life of me understand how they are surviving. So let's say, just to give them the benefit of the doubt, that they have the same CPM that I do. If you have around that same CPM, then you would be getting, for every 1 million monthly channel views, that would be around $9,000 to $10,000. And this does not include sponsorships. From what I know, they don't get any sponsorships, it seems. This is just YouTube AdSense money, just from money from YouTube, from views and all that. According to Social Blade, which when it comes to specifics for like follower counts and things like that, and the monthly earning potential, yearly earning potential, Social Blade's not accurate at all. But when it comes to video views, it is accurate because that is, public information. So it says over the last 30 days, which would be October minus 1 day, because it is November 1st today, they have had 80,000 channel views. That's crazy. For people who say that they do this full time, what else do you have monetized? Where is your money coming from? That doesn't make any sense to me. So if my assumptions are correct about their CPM rate, all of that, then that would mean that they're making less than $2,000 potentially from their YouTube channel. Less than $2,000 a month. Your family of 4 before having taxes taken out. And that's not profit. So what do you do when the free content that you're putting out isn't paying you? You start a Patreon. And hey, there's nothing wrong with starting a Patreon. I'm a member of 3. That's 4, Chelsea. 3 Patreons, Girls Next Level, Just Trish, and the Do We Know Them podcast. And it's so worth it. Me and my podcast co-host for the Here for the Clout podcast, me and Sherilyn Dale, actually just started our Patreon today. November 1st, we launched it. For what you're getting, I mean, holy crap. It's a steal. It is absolutely a deal. So there's nothing wrong with that. If you are still putting out the same amount of content that, for free, but then also if you're giving your audience what they want, absolutely go for it. There are some people who were only on Patreon, and that's okay. It doesn't really seem like their Patreon is offering like more exclusive content or better produced content or like bonus episodes of whatever. It seems like it's more so pandering to the super fundamentalist people that follow them, which steal their money. Absolutely. I'm just kidding. It's fine. It's a joke. But we can see on their Patreon that they do have 155 paying members each month. Now, their Patreon tier names, absolutely unhinged. We have Faith Follower for $5 a month. And already in the description of that, they're like trying to convince you to join that one, and that $5 is less than the cost of a Netflix subscription. Yeah, I get a lot from Netflix. I don't know if people are actually going to get a lot from you. Patron recognition. At the end of every video, we will have a credit reel with your first and last name, initial, that will be on the screen, and then exclusive monthly Patreon Zoom call. Patreon get-togethers. Throughout the year, we try to create some hangouts for any of the patrons who are able to join. We cannot wait to hang out with you. We have already had several get-togethers, and they are some of our favorite memories. Exclusive Patreon group chat. Every Patreon has that. That's so strange to add that. So this is more so just the tier of like, hey, you're just giving us money to support us. That's it. To support our like general content or whatever. And then this one, the $10 tier is, oh my God, are all of them the same thing? They're all the same thing. So there's $5 with all the benefits that I just listed, and every tier is the same thing. So all they have to do, I guess, is a Zoom call. Wow, that's really unfortunate. Believers, Blessings, Wild Support, Pamely Patron. Oh my God. And then Pillar of Faith is the $100 tier. And with that one, you do get something different. Or something added on, rather. You get a one-on-one Zoom call. As a thank you for your generosity, twice a year, we will be doing 15-minute one-on-one Zooms with you. Twice a year. People are paying monthly. Shouldn't you be giving them something monthly? That is insane. Thank goodness for Patreon being transparent, because in this it says 45 images, 2 links, 7 polls, 318 writings, so maybe that's just a post that doesn't have pictures, just words, right? The words, and then 134 videos. But even these like short, like vertical videos would be considered a video, right? And this is so lazy. Such lazy content. Such lazy content. I am interested to see how long they've been doing this. Okay, so I assume that they have had a Patreon for I'm assuming over a year, just because I'm scrolling back and seeing how much content is there. But it really seems like they post twice a month, maybe twice-ish. So they have 155 paid members. So let's just say, because I'm sure there's crazies who are on the like top tier. So let's say the average is $10 a month. Plus that makes the math easier for me to do. But that means that they would be getting $1,550 a month from their Patreon. It might be a little bit less, might be a little bit more, but I'd say possibly on average, it's maybe like $2,000 a month from Patreon. So that would be roughly, again, this is all alleged, this is all reportedly, whatever, but that would be $4,000 or $5,000 a month from their content before taxes. So then realistically, after taxes, that would be $3,500 to $4,000 a month. Pack it up, buddy. Pack it up. I don't know where they live. They might live in an area that it's a low cost of living, whatever, but it seems like they're trying to be controversial and to, get some type of virality. And it's not really working with the whole rage bait aspect of, going viral and getting a lot of money from the haters, the people who hate watch you, all that. Sometimes that can work. I wouldn't suggest it, but sometimes that can work and you can really, really manipulate that and make money off of it. Like Michaela Neguera does, like Brittany Dawn clearly does, and another one is just Pearly Things on YouTube Shorts. She gets so many views, it's crazy. I'd say the majority of the people who are viewing those videos absolutely hate those people. However, y'all are acting like this for $4,000 a month. You could not waterboard me to make me act this way. But also another thing comes into that too, is that I truly do believe that they think this way. Like, they believe the craziness that they're putting out there. And the difference between them and people who successfully do rage bait for money is most of those people who do it know they're doing it and don't actually believe what they're putting out there. So now that we have a good idea of possibly what they are bringing in per month from their social medias, their Patreon and their YouTube. I don't know if they have other social media platforms monetized. Instagram isn't very monetizable currently. And then with TikTok, it's pretty garbage too. So let's just focus on YouTube and the Patreon. But let's get into more of their history of grifting now. So Paul and Morgan famously posted their baby registry to their social media channels, and they were gifted a $1,400 stroller. If your audience wants to support you in that way, go for it. That is awesome. I love that. I know personally my viewers, my subscribers, my listeners, whatever, really wanted to be able to, gift us things for our son. I think it had a lot to do with the fact that I had previously been very open about the miscarriages that we had, 6 of them, him deciding to stick around, as I like to say. So I definitely do think hey, that's okay. If they're asking, and I was even kind of weird about it. A lot of people know that. And then I did a live stream and I was like, is that weird? Is that okay? And the whole thing is it unethical? I don't know. And my husband even said, he's like, if someone wants to buy us something, let them buy us something. It's okay. Realistically, there wasn't anything huge on there, because we were going to buy those things ourselves. And there were specific little things, not little, but specific big items that our parents wanted to buy us. So just wanted to make that clear. Now, where this gets a little weird, distasteful, let's say that, is the fact that Paul apparently added stuff to the registry that wasn't for the baby, it was for them. So I guess, when seeing that people were willing to spend $1,400 on them, it's like, oh, let me get some new sheets. Let me get a mattress pad. Let me throw in a comforter. So more recently, what is the main grift that they are really trying to push through? Apparently, it seems like Paul and Morgan think of themselves as ultimate advice givers, and they think that they are so amazing with their marriage, their relationships, all that. They decided to write and self-publish, because of course it was self-published, a book about it. Intentional dating. Your need to know questions answered. Who made this artwork? What's happening here? Stop it. And my absolute favorite part about their self-published book that's listed on Amazon is that it is flagged for reported quality issues. And it reports that customers reported quality issues in this ebook. This ebook has poor image quality, broken navigation, poor formatting. And there's also one note that reads, the publisher has been notified to correct these issues. You would think that you would go through and do a little test of it, because, okay, hey, formatting might get messed up sometimes. I get it. It sucks. But you would think that you would quadruple check. Why do that when you have pickleball to play? Morgan has decided that since having 2 children, she's now an expert on child rearing, and that she wants to bless, we're using quotation marks there, everyone with her expert wisdom. Now let's talk about their cover grift. This is something that's happened more recently, and it is insane. It has made its rounds on Reddit, and it has been on on one of my favorite Reddit pages, which is Choosy Beggars, Baggy Choosers. Choosy Beggars, I'm pretty sure is what it's called. I'm dyslexic. So Morgan announced that she's writing a book called Can I Just Say ... All the things no one tells you about motherhood. Now, as evidenced by the flag for quality issues on the previous book, you would think that they, or just Morgan, would potentially hire an editor, a copywriter, a formatter, a cover designer, maybe, hopefully. Dear God, Morgan, please. But Paul and Morgan, no. Instead of investing in their book, what they have decided to do, hold a contest for people to do work for them for free. What? Enter this contest. What do you win? You get to work. And I'm not going to pay you. What? This is insane. This caption says, contest alert. Hey mamas and artists, I'm super excited to announce a contest to design the cover of my upcoming ebook. Can I just say all the things no one tells you about motherhood? I'm looking for a creative, bold, and relatable design that captures the raw and real side of motherhood. Things no one tells you, but we all live through. Here's what the winning artist will get. Your design on the cover of my ebook. A shout out to your art or business page featured in my book. Your name published in my book. Exposure to thousands on my social media pages. A free copy of the ebook. Not her trying to act like engagement would, like her engagement on her page would get you so much when this post has 6 likes. Yikes. And then also you would get a free shirt with your design on it. Wild. I would really hope that she would have people sign the correct forms and disclosures, because if not, if multiple people submit artwork to her and then she uses it for commercial purposes later on, even if they are or are not the winner, she's not paying them, like that's not okay. You can't do that. One thing that is funny is that with this topic specifically, I love hearing my researcher, Kelly. I'm obsessed with how like hyped up she gets about this and education and writing and things like that in general, but specifically about being published and being an author and writing a book and all that, because Kelly is a New York Times bestselling author. I think she'd know. Pretty sure she would know. And no, for her own protection, I'm not going to share it. Keep her as private as we can. Per her own request. We love Kelly. She's amazing. Say thank you to Kelly in the comments below. Artists deserve to be paid. 1 billion %. Artists deserve to be paid. People who are doing gig work or any type of anyone who's doing any type of work for you deserves to be paid. Absolutely. 100% hard stop there. And that's I don't want to say my fear with this, but I do think that, okay, if someone wants to show you their portfolio and their previous work, that's awesome. And then you can kind of, go off of that and then hire them for something and commission something. But like there are people who maybe would do it for a lower rate since they are being, because the exposure would mean a lot to them, whatever, benefit them. But I don't see that being the case here. And it's just gross. Thank God, though, people in the comment section understanding the assignment and the outrage when it comes to this. So someone said, Jesus says, pay the artist. Stop deleting comments and just pay an artist. Not paying someone for their work and calling it a contest, claiming they'll get paid in a t-shirt and exposure is really weaselly. And then Paul just said, ooh, fun idea. And people keep commenting on that reel, on that Instagram post, whatever it was. She keeps deleting all of the comments. So instead of taking criticism or rather taking constructive feedback, because that is constructive feedback, what does she do? Does she say, hey guys, you know what? I actually just decided to just, seek someone out and pay an artist instead. No, she added a cash prize to her caption. Doesn't say specifically how much, it just says cash prize. Is it $1? I don't know. Well, since she added the cash prize, she updated the post again, but guess what's missing? Any mention of a cash prize. And guess what's also missing? Any not positive comments calling her out. That's insane. With 37,000 followers on Instagram, you would think that you would have more than 10 comments on a post. If that's the case, and you have already turned off your likes on your posts, isn't that directly contradicting how this post says exposure to thousands on my social media pages? Actually looks like it's exposure to 1,000 and not thousands. Morgan follows her headship, Paul, and allegedly thinks that she's real smart by editing this post to include a cash prize and then deleting it, and then obviously deleting all of the comments as well. She also hasn't included any entry details in her post with the exception of the submission deadline. Can anyone enter? Can minors enter? Is the contest open internationally? When will the winner be notified? How will the winner be notified? When will they be notified? What are you actually looking for? Is there some type of aesthetic or theme or vibe or color palette that you want to stick with? And of course, there are rules and regulations and laws in place state by state to regulate giveaways and sweepstakes and lotteries. This obviously would be a contest technically, but I doubt that they even really care about that. Because let's be honest, they're most likely just trying to get people to work for free so that they will hopefully have a better cover than the last book. Ugh. In conclusion, these people are massive. It really does seem like they expect everyone to be obsessed with what they put out there when realistically what they're putting out there, it seems in my opinion, whether it's their Patreon or their twice a month YouTube videos that are real quality. It's like they're expecting to be successful on the internet when you're hardly putting out anything that could be worthy of garnering that success or fame or whatever. But hey, grifters gonna grift, okay? Especially fundamentalist Christian grifters. So leave in the comments below, what do you think about Paul and Morgan? Have you ever heard of them? Do you despise them? Do you never want to see a video of Paul playing pickleball ever again? Because put me down on that list, please. If it's your first time watching, hello, thanks for being here. If you are subscribed, this message is for you. If you are not subscribed, this is not for you. Get out of here. But hey, if you're subscribed, did you know that your butt looks good? I bet you didn't know that because it looks really, really good. And I am so proud of you. So stay spicy. Your feelings are valid. You are valuable. Have a great day, night, weekend whenever you're watching this. And I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.